I'm depressed, and the doctor saw it. I also have anxiety, too, but now I have to do what he says to be better. And, well, I want to be better.
And before the video begins, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. I very much appreciate it.
Hey, buddy. So, how goes everything? I didn't really get to talk to you after Dr. Friedman left. So, how did everything go?
Well, you were right. He helped me an awful lot. I just bought a journal and a scheduling book earlier to, help ease my anxiety on certain things.
Well, that's great, buddy. I'm happy you know what needs to be done. I have a journal myself, and I have a scheduling book, too. My life would, well, honestly be crazy otherwise, running the diner and all.
Well, I bet. It felt good writing down what I knew needed to be done on each day's situation during the week, and writing out my feelings in my journal. I bought one with a lock just in case, Lindsay ever breaks into my room and tries to be a jerk one day.
Your Uncle Austin took my journal once when we were younger. He only did it once, though, because I just about killed him.
Well, I can't hit Lindsay, as, she's a girl.
Well, that is true. So, it's a good thing you got the lockable type journal.
Yeah, shouldn't be hitting anyone anyway, but yeah. Me and Dr. Friedman also talked about medication. What he said is he wants to try me on a smaller milligram level of what you're taking. So, yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, what do you think? Is that something you're wanting to do? If not, it's completely your call.
It's something I have been thinking about since he left, and, well, yeah, it's worth a shot. I'm still going to have anxiety and worries, but they won't be as severe if, it works like he said. So, I'll still use my journal and my schedule.
Well, we'll get a prescription filled in for you to try out.
Thanks, Dad. I love you. I can't begin to describe how scared and bad feeling I've felt these last few months. I'm hoping with help and, counseling and medication, I can beat this.
You can. You're a strong kid. Stronger than me when I was your age. Your mother and me, well, we're proud of you. And we're excited to see what you can do with, this life you have.
Well, thanks, Dad. And yeah, like I said, writing in my journal and, writing in my schedule book has already began to help. Not to mention having a supportive family and caring friends in my life.
Good deal. Just keep writing and we'll keep being supportive. It's kind of our job as parents.
I suppose it is. Whether it's your job or not, thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Don't mention it. Well, I'll be downstairs with your mom. Dinner will be ready shortly, okay?
Okay, yeah, sounds good. I'll just be on my computer until then.
Good deal. Later, kiddo.
Yeah. Bye, Dad. Man, this day sure was crazy. I mean, me and Dr. Friedman, we talked forever. It was a really good talk. It's one of the best talks I've ever had, I would say, in my life. It's as if I spilled every emotion I had on to this one guy that I had never met before. And he knew how to help me. I'm glad there were so many commonalities between, me and Dad, which kind of allowed him to know what type of medication I was needing to take. It means I most likely have the same type of genetically inherited anxiety that Dad has and, Grandpa has. So, most likely the medication should work right to begin with. I mean, Grandpa takes it, and like I said, so does Dad, so it's probably 100% going to work. Oh man, it's crazy that anxiety can be passed on to kids. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even know if I, want to have kids now because of that whole situation. I don't want them to have to deal with this. I mean, this is stressful. It's a really stressful thing to have anxiety. And to think that I might just be reading into my kid just being dumb and be like, oh, you're overreacting. When in fact, he, obviously might be overreacting because of anxiety, but it's still in his head 100 times worse. The mental hurt that my son or daughter could feel with anxiety just kind of scares me. But I guess if I do have a kid, well, I won't be having a kid. My wife will be having the kid, but if I see the signs in my son or daughter, I guess I can go have them checked out early. Before they pass out or have a panic attack like Dad did while driving. At least I just had a pass out little moment in the front yard. Better than driving and having a panic attack. I need to stop thinking these thoughts and I need to write them down. Yeah. Writing them down is a good thing and a smart thing to do. Let me get my journal. I can write all these down right now.
Rise and shine, sweetheart. It's time to get up. Only a few more days of school left and it's finally summer break.
Oh, goody. I can't wait for that. Not to mention, I can't wait for studying and exams to be over. I can't stand all this knowledge in my head. I feel like information is going to start running out my nose and ears. I honestly do.
I don't think that's how it works, sweetie, but if it did, that would be quite the sight to see. Now go ahead and get ready. I need to wake your sister, then I need to feed your baby brother.
Yes, ma'am. Speaking of feeding, did you make breakfast for me and Lindsay too?
No, I'm sorry, Edward. I didn't get up in time to make anything, but if you come into the nursery, I'll give you some cash to get something from the cafeteria or the vending machine. Your choice.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Will do, and thanks.
Don't mention it.
Oh, well, Lucky Thomas gets breakfast, but we don't. Even though his breakfast's just milk. Huh. I wonder what happens if a baby is lactose intolerant. I guess just a lot of pooping will occur. But, wait a minute, all babies poop. And they poop a lot. Oh, maybe all babies are lactose intolerant. Which is why they cry and poop and vomit all the time. Oh my gosh, I might be onto something. I'll have to talk to my science teacher and see what she thinks. Alright, now let's go ahead and get our stuff and get downstairs. I'll leave my journal and schedule book here. I just want to go ahead and get that breakfast money, and if I need to write down anything, I'll just write it down on a scrap piece of paper. But for now, let's go get that money from Mom. I want some money for some Nutty Buddies.
So all went well yesterday then. That's good to know, and I'm glad the doctor could help so much. What all did he ask you to do to help yourself?
Well, I have a journal now where I write my worries and fears when they come into my head. And I have a schedule where I write down my week so I can remove that part of my stress from my life. He also recommended that medication, which I start once I get home after school today.
Well, I wish you the best when it comes to the medication. My mom takes some too, and it really helps her.
Yeah. My dad and grandfather take it as well. I'm really hoping for, great things, but, we'll see after school. Hopefully I don't have some sort of weird reaction to it.
Reaction? Like hives or growing a tail?
Well, those are weird reactions, I suppose, but I was thinking more on the side of vomiting and diarrhea.
Understood. Well, if you want me to be there once you take it, I would be more than welcome to keep you company, even if you grow a tail.
Well, what if I grew like a second head or something? Would you stick around then?
Yes, I would. There would just be more to love, unless you wanted to cut it off. Then I'll just be there for moral support.
Moral support. Well, if I did grow a second head, I will most likely be cutting it off.
Then moral support it is. Now come on, let's get to class.
Agreed. I love you, Debs. I'm excited for the support later, after school.
Love you too. Now walk me to class, you dork.
Can do. Come on, let's walk this way. The more I can walk with you, the better.